Hi guys, so today I'm filming this naturally defined bridal makeup look. This sort of look is the most requested by my clients. Over the next few weeks I'll be filming a series of looks that I get asked for by brides. So if you've got any looks you want to request, then please comment below. I've used MAC makeup today, MAC eyeshadows I mean, because that's my bridal makeup kit, but the Sleek Storm palette will be perfect for this, or any neutral colour palette you've got, and you can change the colours accordingly to your likes and dislikes, your season and your themes. So if you've got anything you want to ask me, please comment below and I'll try and create something for you, but hopefully you like this tutorial. So I've already done my foundation using Clinique Super Balance in Sand. If you watch my foundation video, the application technique's the same. I've used my fingers, I've only used the smallest amount to really buff it into my skin. I'm going to go on to Erase Paste by Benefit, and I'm going to use this on top of my eyelids and underneath just to brighten up. So if I was doing a bride, I'd then do their sort of colour correction. So if they have redness, I'd use greens, etc, etc. So I'm just popping this underneath and on top of my eyelids. And I'm literally just working it in with my fingers. So if you are doing this makeup for your wedding, try not to use light reflective products under the eye, especially if you're having flash photography, because you're going to end up with this really highlighted in your pictures. So now I've got Gemma Kids Cream Blush. I'm using a pink shade. So I'm doing this for my skin colouring and my likes and dislikes. If I was doing a bride's makeup, I'd ask her a few questions about what colours she likes and dislikes. If there was a lot of pink undertones to the skin, I would avoid pink and I'd use a neutral colour, sort of like Suede Blush by Sleek, or Gingerly or Harmony Blush by MAC, those sort of nudie, warm colours if you like. And I'm then going to fill in my brows. I'm going to use a slightly warmer colour. I normally use Brun, but it's quite dark, so if I want to look quite natural, I'd use something a bit lighter. I'm going to go for Brown Down by MAC. This is my bridal palette. So I'm just going to literally sweep it through the front and just fill in any areas that need filling in. Next I'm using e.l.f. Eyelid Primer in Champagne, and I've just started to put it on. So it's got a sort of soft beige colour to it. Going to put a little bit underneath here. Okay, so moving on to the eye. So this look is what's most requested by my brides, and I pretty much tend to use the same colours. They are Naked Lunch, which is sort of a pinky champagne colour, and then one of two colours which would either be Brown Down or Brun. Brun I tend to use for your cooler skin tones, or in the winter, or if they're requesting that sort of look, but I prefer Brown Down because it's a little bit more warmer, and that's what I'm going to be using today because it suits me better as well. So on my 239 I'm going to take Naked Lunch, so I'm just going to pop that on. And you can see how natural this looks, and it suits all skin tones. So I've just taken some Brown Down on my 217 and popped it in the crease and worked round. So I'm just concentrating this outer third and then just bringing some of the colour round and just going out. I'm also going to pull some of the colour down in this outer corner. And that's pretty much how dark you go. I'm just going to add a little bit more so you can see that you can really build it up, but mainly concentrate it in the crease of this outer corner. Make sure it's really blended. here. Just also on my fluffy brush, I'm going to take a light colour, and this is Nylon. And I'm just going to place this right in the inner corner of the eye. I like doing it on a big brush just so it diffuses it a little bit. Now for the brow bone, I prefer matte colours, especially for bridal, so I'm going to be taking some Vanilla, which is a creamy, almost semi-matte colour, and just pop that under the brow bone. Just sort of start blending it, that outer line as well. Now for eyeliner, I tend to do a couple of things. I'll either use a powder or I'll use a pencil. And the pencil I tend to use is Teddy, or I'll line the top of the eyes with Brun. Today I'm going to be using Brun, I think. So I'm going to take my 266, and Brun is sort of an ashy dark brown. And you just want it really close to the eyelashes, and you're literally just pushing it in. A lot of brides do ask to use black. If they've been wearing black makeup every day for the majority of their life, they'll find it hard not to wear it on their wedding day, and they'll line inside their eyes or on top of their eyes with black. If that's what they want, I'll do it. But I'd say the majority like it to look quite natural. I'm also just taking Brun underneath the lashes. I'm just placing it on the corner and curving up. Then I'm going to take my 217 and just blend that. Again, lining the inside the eye. Some brides want something a little bit darker, so I tend to recommend Teddy by MAC or a light pencil. So a kind of off-white's best, especially for darker skin tones like mine, but I'm going to be using Eye Bright by Benefit, which is a sort of lilac-y white colour. This just opens up the eyes so they'll appear bigger in photos. Definitely curl your eyelashes. And of course you want a waterproof mascara. A lot of brides ask for strip lashes. I really recommend using individual lashes. They create a nice soft effect, and you only need to add a few at the corners. However, I'm going to show you today that for, a mascara can be enough. What I'm using is Clinique Power Lash Mascara. Now this can only be removed with warm water. It's not very volumising, it gives a lot of definition. And it's quite a pretty look. I wear this a lot because of my job. I know it's not going to smudge underneath my eyes. And it does last all day. Obviously these are general colours I use. Depending on skin tone, etc., then I'll change it. Because the brush is so thin, this is really nice for underneath the eyes. Okay, on to the rest of the face. So I'm going to softly contour using the contour kit. Just going to take a small angled brush and a little bit of the dark shade and just softly contour under my cheekbone, under the blusher. So not as heavy as I'd do it for an evening look. I'm just going to take a little bit at the top as well. I'm then going to go over with a similar coloured blush to the cream blush I've got on. Just by layering it, it makes it last a little bit longer, and that's what we like. So just a little tad of the blush. This is called Electric Pink by Gosh. Now again, this depends on how heavy or light you like your black blush. The same with my clients. A lot won't like a lot. I love blush. So I'm just taking the side of my kabuki brush in the powder highlighter and just going over high beam and down on the brow bone as well. I really like highlighter on brides when it's done properly, and it's up to you and your makeup choices to what you choose, whether gold based or pink based. It's completely up to you. It's also nice to put some down the centre of the nose as well. Now lips is a tricky one. Most people hate lip liner, they don't want to feel sticky and they want something that lasts. What I've done at the start of this is I've moisturised my lips with a tinted lip balm, and I'm going to do what I'd prefer to have. So what I've got is Subculture lip pencil. I'm just going to line my lips. You can see that this colour is very similar to my lips and pretty much everyone else's lips. Even though I'm dark, my lips are quite light. I'd then use one of two things: Hug Me lipstick from MAC or a tinted lip balm. And for this I'm actually going to use a tinted lip balm, as I want this to look quite natural. So this is Blistex, and they do really nice tinted lip balms. So I'm just putting that over the top. And just to finish, and I use this throughout bridals, it's mineralised charged water, which is the same as Fix Plus. Other companies do them as well. It helps when a bride's in a fluster just to cool her down. And it helps to set the makeup, and it feels amazing. So this is the finished naturally defined bridal makeup look. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you soon.